Well, hello, long time no see. I'm back at the garage. I haven't done a thing regards to cars, but it's about to change today because we are going to bring alive this one. Uh, it's been like a month. I don't know if I can get in. Smells like home. Today's plan is to do a compression test and some kind of leakage test to see if the engine itself is alright after the overheating and stuff, or just to know in general that the engine is okay or not. And I have a friend coming in. At first I was supposed to do it by myself. I got the tools from him, and then I looked at the tutorials and read the manual, and then I thought that no, I'm not gonna do this by myself. I need a mechanic who knows what to do with the data and how to do it. So he's on the way here, and I'm prepping the car. It needs to be, well, not covered in snow and at the working temperature, and I'm gonna go to the garage with it, assuming it will start. Oh my god. It's alive! Sounds okay right now, but harsh. I can hear that the cold is harsh to my Corrado. Cool story. I'm just gonna have to use my hands. But the cool story is that today morning I got a message to my Instagram account, and it was from the first owner of this Corrado. I knew it was bought brand new in Estonia in 1995, and it was bought by how do I say it? A lawyer, and it was a lawyer firm car. And he wrote to me that he recognized the number plate. His son got sent my Corrado video, and he recognized a number plate, and so he let me know that he was the one who went to the car dealership and put the number plates on this car, the original number plates. And so cool. I mean, this is so cool. And since then I know as much that it was bought by Estonian Volkswagen Forum, like a leader, and after that it was sold to a person, and then to a person who I got it from. So I'm the 5th owner of this 30-year period that this car has been in Estonia. And I don't know, this is so cool to think. So I got 2 things. First, we are going to do the compression test, which is right here. And then if we need to, probably do, we are gonna do this kind of test. This is cylinder leakage tester. Yeah, these are from my friend from Wolf Garage. You can look him up on YouTube. So let's see if I can actually ride it. Oh my god, this is low. I have summer tires on it, of course. Never had snow tires on it. I don't see much. Oh no, don't die on me. Yeah, much help. Anyway, happy to be here again. I know it's been a long time, and honestly, I haven't done a thing regarding to cars. I was supposed to do everything by myself, but yeah, some things are better left to be to a specialist. But I'm happy to be on the side and learn, and maybe if I need to do it again, then I know how, maybe. Regards to Golf, we got stuck on the back body panel and searched for it for a better price, and finally found it, and then it took time to take the shipment, and we have it, and now we have to go and take this to a welder. Yeah, that's that. But let's continue with the Corrado. So I first started with taking the plastic covers away, then spark plug wires and spark plug itself. And well, the compression test is a two-man job. I was the one starting the engine and he did the rest. And here is the first start attempt. I was too careful.
Pane veel. Aitäh. 12 barri, see on nagu uus. Pane veel korra. Õli on kuradi. Aitäh. Jaa, no võid ise ka vaadata. Nii on siin üle 2, algus oli 0, nüüd on 12 barri. Õli tuleb nii palju üles. Mis see tähendab? Sul see enne ruputab õli. Kust siuk? Ma teen mu hea, aga ma mõtlen, kust saab niimoodi. No õli soodustab ka seda praegu, et nagu see näit läheb üles, sest õli tihendab. No pane. Aitäh. Sama, 12.1. Ja jälle tuli õli. Mida teha? Ja ikka 12. Oota. Pane veel korra. Okei, see on mingi 11. Ilusti 12. Ikka 12.
So now it was time for the cylinder leakage test. Krister was turning the engine over manually to get the piston into DDC position, so in best case scenario, air we're about to press into engine won't go through anywhere, which would mean that engine is thick and well. I was again the one who put the gear in and out. Yeah, like I got it. Okay, basically the car would jump when it gets air. Mis asi see üle? Ta puhub läbi.
see jooksu sisse raskesse.
Järgmised sõnad, mida ei tahaks kuulda. Järgmised sõnad, mida ei tahaks kuulda. Oi. Mingi üles ka märkima, mis mida tegi.
Persas on nagu nii midagi. See võtab ka siia.
Sama. Põhimõtteliselt on praegu nii, et seal 246 reas jookseb siia õlikorki ja ülemises reas jookseb siis sisse laskesse.
Sisse ja välja?
Sisse ja välja. Sisse ja välja või sisse või välja?
Ma ei saa aru kumba. Ikka sisse laskesse just, jah. Siit, kui sa kõrvaga kuulad, siis sa kuulad seda.
Ahah, mingi väike. Ongi nii, alumine rida käib niimoodi ja ülemine.
Nii see võtab kuskil näha.
Sinna. Sinna.
Ei, seda jälle.
Jah.
See on mingi nii huvitav. Jah, ei midagi.
Peaks tulema. Ei peaks tulema.
Napid peavad pidama, ta ei tohi sul kuskile.
Aga seal ka suisutas või?
No nagu kuulda on midagi. Ja sellepärast tundub, kui ei saa välja võtta kollektoris ei saa. Ja nüüd annad sul välja laske tihend lekib ka. Praegu on see, et siin nagu iga asi lekib kuskile.
So, what's next is that I need to half rebuild the engine, which I was assuming. Basically, I need to find some new parts, or I could consider buying 3.2 VR6, but there is a big minus there. It doesn't have the aluminum intake manifold, which I love when it shines. And just painting the plastic cover of the 3.2 engine doesn't cut it for me, and I'm not so driven by a powerful engine to this car, so I don't know yet. Maybe you could give me some thoughts what to do to just refurbish, rebuild the engine as it is. The down part should be okay, or to buy something more powerful, which means more money, which means I need to find some specialist to do that, because that means the electronics and the ECU and all of this needs to be done, and that is a lot for me, definitely. I can manage the bodywork. That I will do by myself. The engine was supposed to come out anyway, so the rebuild isn't such a bad news. I'm not like sad or something. It just the fact that I haven't driven a perfect engine, even if I got it rebuilt 3 years ago, this is sad. But the news that I can do something, I know what to do now, is a bit relieving. So, I guess it's good news to hear too, because now I can move on with the Corrado. I can start to take everything apart and start with the bodywork, take the engine out, take the engine apart. I think I can do that by myself, but yeah, it takes a lot, and it takes a lot of finance as well. So if you want to support my Corrado build, then there's a link in the description. I know I will get this done anyway, but every help, even your comments, suggestions, your know-how is very welcomed. And I guess I will see you in the next video. I don't even know what that would be about. I need to start making plans. Yeah. But I'm excited as well, because I know that in the new summer I will be driving Perfect Corrado. And new chapter, volume 2 of my one hit wonder. So hit that like and subscribe button, and share it with your friends, and see you in the next video. Bye.